Yes, it does open very wide, doesn't it? Why not have to kick someone like you through suddenly, Miss Naruto?
Why me?
Wait, why him specifically? How could anyone possibly have put a smear of blood in it without the world and his wife seeing? Okay, I said that, and I have no... What? The world and his wife seeing? Mommy, I don't want to go to the park anymore.
Whether you like it or not.
Hello everybody, KBTV on the Sun, and welcome back to another episode of The Greatest Attorney, the first game. We are starting case 4 today. We're not going to talk...
The adventure
Yes?
of the clouded flower.
Flower?
No.
Well, I thought that meant heart.
Yes.
I thought, no, wait, no, doesn't... What is flower in Japanese,
Hana.
actually?
Hana.
Oh, okay,
Hana.
yeah, I got that mixed up. Heart. The clouded heart. Don't worry about it. I got it on the first try.
So... yeah.
See, I thought you were going to make a joke and you're going to be like the clouded cuckoo clock, and I was like, oh, well, that would be funny. But
No, you were just off all the way. Yes, it is the adventure
So
of the...
galaxy brain, it's not even this galaxy.
Yes. So
I
the
like that of
clouded...
parallel universes.
Clouded Kokoro, as my friend who actually studies more Japanese stuff than I do, she went through this and got to this part and started laughing because there's a real person in this game, and his name is Natsumi Soseki. He's actually a real person. The Japanese actually made a bill with his face on it at one point. So he's a real person. He's an author. They really love him. And Kokoro is actually the name of one of his books. So I'm going to assume that's why this is called The Adventure of the Clouded Kokoro, because this will be the episode we are introduced to him. And that's
Makes sense.
Yeah, I'm just giving a quick backstory as to where this came from. So let us begin.
I can't
this.
believe we're gonna learn so much about flowers today. I'm gonna run with this mistranslation now, even if it kills me.
It's like
She
some,
knows
it's
the
like
Japanese word for fireworks is hanabi.
because they look like
I begin
flowers
to
on
think
fire,
this,
right?
Yes.
said Sholmes, turning his head languidly in my direction. That there is more to this case than that which we have observed. Indeed, that there may be another part to this story that we are yet to discover.
Why does he have black hair if he's blonde?
Following the steam rising from his cup of
Artist's interpretation.
leading him to the distant memory of that snowy evening. To the young lady collapsed on the pavement along Briar Road, and to the knife in her back. Lit in the soft glow of gas lamps, a most extraordinary scene had been set. And under the cover of a light fog, the curtain had risen silently on the insoluble mystery of our invisible killer.
Ooh, spooky.
If it's Naruhodo, I swear to God.
So, actually, question then.
What?
If this is based, like, part of it's based from a book of a real person, is this based off a case in the Sherlock Holmes novels?
There are references to a story from Sherlock Holmes in this. I don't remember the story that's Sherlock Holmes, but we are going to meet certain characters that are from it. So
Okay.
I think they
well,
also...
I mean, Sherlock Holmes isn't real. Sherlock Holmes
Yeah.
is real.
There's also, I know one of the books that will have that's evidence actually had to be changed because of, the freaking estate.
Ah.
Yeah. But also, like, another thing about Natsumi, the reason why he's in this, he did actually travel to Britain back
Makes
when he
sense.
was alive, so that's why he's here. Also, it's the 19th of February, 9:47 a.m., British Supreme Court, Lord Chief Justice's office. Or as we know,
long have we
Dracula's
been here?
lair.
I'm still wondering why Sholmes has black hair when he's blonde.
I just remember the stories are being published about him. No one said anything that people are actually getting his picture.
So, okay, so, like, these stories are being published by Wilson, right?
Yes.
So what you're saying is that Wilson has just crafted an entire persona for Sholmes that is partially different from his actual persona.
Yeah, sure.
Yes. Or he just wrote the manuscripts and sent them in, and someone else decided, I think this is what the guy looks like.
You know what? That's you know what? That's legit. I have nothing to say to that. You're right.
Well, I have something to say to that. Did you sleep last night, Miss Naruhodo?
No, not at all.
It was an enormous hotel, wasn't it? The rooms were luxurious. I felt we were staying in a palace.
What the heck did we go to?
Out of the gaslight twinkling, it was better than day, even in the middle of night.
What about the enormous beds? After my time on the SS Brea, I wasn't gonna waste a single inch of that space. I spent the
Did he
entire night...
starfish all over the bed?
Probably. I spent the entire night rolling from one side of the mattress to the other.
Yes, it really was the sort of night you can only dream of normally. Except... when I learned that we owed £3 for the rooms, that dream quickly turned into a nightmare.
Oops. Sorry about that.
Man, if only someone had taken the money.
The building was so impressive and the entrance so inviting, I just wandered in without thinking. Oh, so it's my fault. Okay.
In a lodging house in Japan, that's some money would put a roof over your head for a whole year. I did try, but I'm afraid I couldn't help my tears when we were presented with the bill.
I'm really sorry.
Well, never mind. We must find some more affordable lodging straight away, though.
I mean, I guess unless someone gets murdered or something. That might derail our day.
I suppose it would, but if we're not careful, our entire stipend will be used up in 10 days or less.
Ugh. London is a scary place.
This is mail, isn't it?
Yeah.
Ah, good morning to you all this early hour.
It's the mailman.
It is I, Count Dracula.
The mailman?
Did you
Yes.
miss me?
Yes.
Count Dracula delivers all the mail.
Well...
I'm sure you missed my velvet voice.
Thank you for delivering our mail.
You're very welcome, my good man.
Good morning to you, Lord Chief Justice. We have come to report the outcome of the trial at the Old Bailey yesterday.
Susato-san is amazing. She doesn't bat an eyelid, even in the presence of the imposing Lord Strongheart.
Yes, I believe you had a very comprehensive initiation into British courtroom practices.
Oh, yes, it was very eye-opening. Thank you.
In accordance with the instructions, Lord Strongheart, Mr. Naruhodo performed his duty to the end.
Yes, I've already been apprised of events. You conducted a remarkable defense. You may consider the test passed.
Oh,
No longer are you a student from the Empire of Japan. You may henceforth claim to be a fully fledged lawyer.
easy.
My country is delighted to welcome young talent from such a remote eastern land.
Thank you very much. So, I'm a lawyer now.
It's that
did
easy,
it.
boy. You passed the bar exam.
Finally, after 3 cases, you're now officially a lawyer.
Now, in view of your new appointment, I have a fresh case in mind for you. This time, please take the paycheck.
Okay.
I'd like you to take it on at once. I trust that won't be a problem.
Another case? Already?
It's a big city. A lot of people die all the time. Nothing trains a lawyer better than practical experience. I'm sure I don't sense dissatisfaction, do I?
It's just that yesterday's trial ended unusually. I haven't quite come to terms with it.
What's to come to terms with? The man was cleared. What more were you hoping for?
I don't know the truth.
I don't know, did we find out that... Do they know that someone burned to death in the carriage?
The culpability
What do you think the next case is, probably?
of the defendant has not, at the present time, been established by this court. Consequently, the jury will not be required to proffer judgment.
Well, Lord Vanseeks, it's been a pleasure, so it has. And as for you, my dear fella, I couldn't have asked for a better defense.
Tee-hee?
Tee-hee.
He just heard the funniest joke, man. Like, he was just like, oh man. I just remember this part I watched of this series that was like, do you maybe wondering how he watched anything? It's like, he has money. He has the first.
I am
You know,
now
it's a
Danny.
Pickle Rick joke.
I am now Danny DeVito in Batman Returns.
I mean, he already looks the part.
Might as well go all in on that.
I just can't help wondering if Mr. McGilded really was innocent.
It's Naruhodo.
It's just that I never managed to ascertain the truth. And
Yeah,
then
you probably shouldn't say that in front of the frickin' Chief Lord Justice.
That's fine. And then the trial ended.
Well, you needn't let it trouble you for a second longer.
Sorry?
What do you mean, Lord Strongheart?
No, seriously, I'm actually counting the seconds this has been troubling you. Magnus McGilded passed away, immediately following the trial.
Okay, well now they know he's dead.
No!
What? Mr. McGilded is...
So anyway, problem solved.
See, this is why you should have accepted the money.
God damn it, right? We're just like, shit, we should have taken that money.
I have 19 minutes and 41 seconds until my next engagement. Time enough to talk.
How... Do you say anything different if I present my armband? Lord Strongheart, may I show you this? Well, let me see if he says anything different.
Nope. He does not say anything different.
You said that you had 19 minutes.
Yeah!
You have 24 seconds to look it over.
Well, now he has 18 minutes.
Well, I mean, he would have had more time if he didn't waste his time saying, I don't know.
I don't understand. What happened? How can he be dead?
After the trial concluded yesterday, there was a great commotion in the Old Bailey. As you'll presumably recall, an omnibus had been wheeled into the courtroom.
There it is.
The omnibus! The Phoenix Wright omnibus!
Go, 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 go.
Yes, of course. That was the scene of the crime which Mr. McGilded had been accused of.
Precisely. Well, while the bailiff's attention was diverted by some other matter, the omnibus went up in flames.
No.
Could such a thing have happened?
Good question, actually. That is being investigated as we speak. But already, the police have identified a corpse found inside the inside the charred shell of the carriage as that of McGilded.
That's awful.
The man must have slipped inside whilst the bailiff's attention was elsewhere.
Why would he go in there?
I know, right? That bailiff really needs to pay more attention.
Yes, I'm pretty sure at this point that bailiff is most likely fired.
Don't worry, it was played by Dick Van Dyke. He'll go find another job, just like he did Mary Poppins.
Oh my god.
And how could that have happened?
That is also being investigated as we speak.
Investigations sure take a long time there.
I'm sorry, would you like to do it?
Actually,
I'm sure that will
yes.
speed things up, wouldn't it?
Are we getting paid?
Yes, I believe it would. Is that
No,
the
wait, I
case
was
you want
kidding.
us to do? Oh,
No, I was joking,
never mind
actually.
then. Thinking back now, immediately after the trial, Mr. McGinnis did mention going back into the courtroom to look at the omnibus.
Well, Bub's making tracks now. It's time for the inspection.
Sorry? What inspection?
They're going to examine the omnibus again, so I'm told. I asked if I could be present for it myself.
I
There we go. It was a
what-
suicide. Done.
Okay. I understand what they're going for, but if you're playing this game, like, non-stop, it would be like, I just saw this scene.
Yeah. I think they're
Last time on The Great Ace Attorney.
They definitely just set it up just in case. Oh, okay, I need to put it down, because let's be real, if we weren't...
I understand that, yeah.
If we weren't only playing once a week and we're playing, like, back-to-back, all 3 of the first cases were pretty intense, to be honest. I would have taken a break.
Yeah. Yeah, you got a point, actually.
Yeah.
We're processing this pretty well, but,
Because we actually took a long week before we continued.
But there's actually a lot going on.
A lot of people died, just happens.
And, Naruto was accused twice. Once killing for his best friend, and,
The other for a doctor, and this other guy died, and this other guy who probably killed the other guy also died, and, there's just death everywhere.
Anyway.
Keeps happening.
An inspection of the omnibus? Not to my knowledge. I don't believe Scotland Yard had any intention of re-examining the carriage.
But then who was Mr. McGillis talking about?
Never mind that now. The Yard is making a thorough investigation. This matter is no longer any concern of yours. Leave it to the police.
Hey, pal.
No, not you.
Candid.
So, how did you find your first taste of our country's Supreme Court?
Oh, well, I don't know. I mean, it was... Wow.
Aside from the murder afterwards and the murder before that. And just the murder, really. Just all the murder.
The jury was pretty diverse, except the first juror was kind of an idiot.
It's Naruhodo means that the whole experience was steeped in solemnity of the Great Britain's long history. It's really a world apart from our own judicial system in Japan, which is only a few short decades old.
Wow. So Sara-san has such a way with words.
Well, someone has to, and it's not gonna be you.
You seem to have the way of failing to find the right ones.
Which is funny, because this guy does speech debates in the university.
The
Hey,
judicial
just speech-
system here.
Sorry, what?
He does speech debates in Japanese. Doesn't mean he's good at speech
Oh, that's
debates
right.
in English.
You're right.
The judicial system here is the most advanced in the world. Learn all you can.
And before the comments say, but what about the first case that was clearly in a Japanese court? Okay,
Shut up.
he was on trial for murder. Anyone would be a bit tense in that situation.
The most advanced in the world, is it?
It was fortunate that your very first trial was a simple affair.
That was simple?
Simple? That was simple?
That was simple?
Alright, there you go.
I'm scared to know
Taisa
what-
is now Susato again because she do the line like from the heart. There you go.
I could imagine both Susato and Ryunosuke saying in unison, "It was simple." I'm afraid to know what's hard.
As I believe I mentioned yesterday morning, it was a trial you couldn't lose.
Need to be contrary, those strong hot butts. The case is anything but simple.
The circumstances of the case were so incriminating. I was stunned when I first heard them. In fact, I'm still finding it hard to believe that we managed to get a favorable verdict. Is something funny?
Many things, actually. But no, my apologies. However, the fact is that you did receive the not guilty verdict you set out to achieve. And that can only be attributed to exceptional talent. Wouldn't you agree?
Well, I don't know about that.
Well, never mind. You exceeded my expectations, I freely admit. That much, at least, is an undeniable truth. Which is precisely why I...
Wow. Okay, hang on. I can't do that voice. Hang on a second.
He'll walk away soon.
You need some water. Need some water. All right.
Which is precisely why I have prepared the new case for you that I mentioned before.
What's going on? What was he going to say before?
Perhaps give us some more details about the new case you mentioned.
Don't tell me. It's a murder, and the trial starts in 10 minutes.
It's a murder, and the trial starts in 10 minutes.
God damn it.
Well, it starts in 10 minutes, and he had 19 minutes, so what was he planning to do with those 9 minutes?
Those 19 minutes were for me, not for you.
Oh.
Don't worry, it's nothing so alarming or quite so urgent as your last assignment.
Oh, that's great.
In fact, this case is completely different.
Oh, I see. Did he just read my mind?
Everyone
Everyone
can
reads
do
your
that.
mind!
Everyone can do that. That's not even new. That's not even special. That is to say, no one has died. As yet.
Is
Very
someone
important.
going to?
No one has died so far.
Okay, Dracula.
And the trial would not be today. There's plenty of time to research the case thoroughly.
Oh, thank God. Thanks!
23 hours, 43 minutes, and 19 seconds to be precise.
So the trial's tomorrow, then.
Hey, it's still a better deal than the last one.
Yeah.
Is everything alright?
Oh, yes. I'm just a little confused, that's all. Yesterday's trial was... well, it's left me wondering if I'm really cut out for being a lawyer.
Too bad,
we
you're a
still
lawyer
have-
now.
We still have this and 6 more cases to go, Mr. Naruhodo.
I don't know if I could face standing in that courtroom again after Mr. McGilded's trial.
Ah, yes, I nearly forgot. There's one similarity with yesterday's case.
Is it the murder part?
Once again, there is currently no one to advocate for the defense.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
If the situation remains unchanged, the trial will start tomorrow with the defendant unrepresented.
You guys are, like, really understaffed.
And if that happens, I need not remind you of the inevitable outcome.
is it understaffed or is it because I don't want to deal with the client in question? Like, you mean, look at McGilded. The most oh, that's you.
Oh, maybe the client can't pay the money. Yeah, I don't know. All right.
I don't know if it's the money, but like, again, like, there's some...
Taisa, I have a question for you.
What?
Do you want to voice Susato?
No.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Are you positive?
Yes.
I don't
There are
think
4
you are.
cases in by this point, so I suppose this is going to be Susato's voice for the rest of the series. Alright. The most terrible end awaits the defendant.
Look, I've been doing pretty well not reading Susato's lines up until this point, okay?
Yes, that's right.
Here we go again.
Back at it again at the British Supreme Court.
Ah, shit, here we go again.
Your time is up. That was exactly 19 minutes, like I said. Don't count. You will have to excuse me.
I mean, I think it's pretty close according to the timer of this recording.
Don't worry about it. I would advise you to begin making preparations for tomorrow's trial. After all, the clock is ever ticking. I can tell because I have one right here. There's now but 23 hours, 26 minutes, and 39 seconds until the court sits.
Last time he mentioned the 23 hours, he said there was plenty of time.
Those 19 minutes made all the difference, my boy. And one more thing, Mr. Naruhodo. There is something I should like to ask you.
Huh? Oh, what's that?
Yesterday, you remarked upon something. That you intend to see through the will of your late compatriot, Mr. Asogi. I would be interested to hear what exactly you mean by that. Inside 34 seconds.
Huh? Oh, Kazuma always used to say, you see, that he wanted to learn how the greatest justice system in the world worked so he could change ours in Japan. Now that he's gone, I'd like to work towards that myself. And there's another thing.
Another thing? Continue.
On the way here, on the steamship, he said something to me.
Oh, I'm supposed to say this. There's something very important that I have to do.
Anyway, time's up! Something very important. And what exactly would that be?
He never had a chance to tell me. I suppose he would have done if he ever... Oh, okay.
You're out of time! Well, thank you for an enlightening discussion.
Okay.
Naruhodo, what is this all about? Mr. Asogi never once mentioned anything of the sort to me.
I urge you both to focus your attentions on the matter at hand.
It's him!
I've taken the liberty of summoning the police inspector in charge of the case. He'll be able to apprise you of the details.
How,
Fish and chips.
how long has
What?
he
He's
been there?
excited.
You really want fish and chips, got it.
Yo, but hang on, fish and chips are delicious, actually.
They are.
They are.
If they're
All
not
right.
I
like...
never had fish and chips.
You-
Like,
Well, I unfortunately you probably can't because they're breaded.
mother.
Yes!
Alright.
So, I wish you the best of luck, and bid you farewell.
It's basically breaded fish. Funny
Bread
enough...
fish and potato wedges.
Hilariously...
Breaded fish and French fries.
Yeah. Funny enough, I find it's the joke here is that like even though Britain is known for fish and chips, everywhere else makes fish and chips better than them.
Yep.
They're
Actually,
pretty
no, not
depressing.
French fries. Steak fries, specifically steak fries.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I'm Googling
usually-
this, I want this, and I'm so angry right now.
What is
It's like
what are
breaded-
steak fries?
It's breaded, deep fried. Is it deep fried fish?
Yes.
Deep fried fish and steak fries.
What
That's
are
it's
steak
called, fish and
fries?
chips.
And then a side of I know there's
Oh,
tartar
steak-
sauce, and I think there's another sauce that British people use, and I don't know what it is.
Steak fries are those like French fries that are like thin but thick, like they're thin on one side but like thin on the other, but like thick on the other.
Yeah.
Okay.
They kind of look like
They
if a
look like
French
they
fry
look like
was like
potato
squashed
wedges.
and then like spread out.
Okay. Okay.
They kind of look like flattened potato wedges with.
I've only had fish and chips one time, and that was a long time ago.
That's
you can't
fair.
see it, but I'm basically like Plankton when he was looking at that Krabby Patty in that one episode where he was taking over SpongeBob's brain.
Okay.
It's something very important that I have to do. Kazuma-sama, what did you mean?
I wish I knew. But honestly, he never told me. Anyway, we had better talk to the detective, don't you think?
Yes, you're right.
I hope I'm just imagining it, but I wouldn't say he looks pleased to see us at all.
Has anyone looked pleased to see you so far?
They don't like us
Oh,
foreigners.
dang! He actually is holding like.
Yeah, he's
Oh,
holding fish
man.
and chips.
I'm hungry.
This must be the Lord Chief Justice's desk. I believe it's made of marble.
It looks more like an over-the-top tombstone that's toppled over to me.
I think that's your fanciful imagination at work again, Mr. Naruhodo.
What a wonderful observation, Mr. Naruhodo.
It
Wait,
feels,
you're still here?
it feels like everything that's normally made of wood and paper at home is made of bricks and stone here.
You know, that's why this place feels so overbearing, I'm sure.
I'm just gonna click these because we didn't really get to examine these
Yep.
last time. Look at these menacing metal giants facing each other across the room.
Look at that guy's eyebrows getting angry at us as we keep checking everything else out that's not him.
I believe that... Yes! The suits of armor.
Oh, right. I thought maybe they were like the lion dogs we have in Japan guarding shrine gates.
Well, they're kind of like that, but you could... well, no, not at all, actually. In fact, in Europe, suits of armor like these are always possessed by evil spirits, you know? and they roam around in the middle of the night.
Oh, that's nice. Really?
I'm pretty sure that's actually a Castlevania enemy.
Yeah,
It is.
Aren't those the axe armors, actually?
Yep.
Is there nothing?
there's like an axe armor, sword armor, lance armor.
Is there nothing you don't know, Mr. Sato?
Book tells me everything I need to know about everything.
The only
If
thing she
you're
doesn't
unsure,
know is what
just
Kazuma-sama
ask.
said.
Well, yes, because he didn't say that, so I couldn't write down this book.
Where did she get that incredible tome? I mean, I want this book if it can tell us everything. What the heck?
If they ever make an in-universe, like,
Hello.
lore if they ever make an in-universe lore encyclopedia for this game, it's just gonna be Susato's tome, isn't it?
Yeah. Could we trouble you?
Wait,
I want
who
his
is,
infinite fish and chips.
wait, who is this and who's voicing
This
him?
is me.
Okay.
What do you think?
Lovely weather, isn't it?
What's what I got to do with anything?
We're in a clock tower, dude.
Listen to me, young Japanese upstart. Some ripping about the weather doesn't get every English gent eating out of your hand, you know?
These actually look like potato wedges.
Yeah.
But Susato-san told me it was foolproof.
I'm a busy man, a very busy man.
You're very busy eating that fish and chips.
It's very tasty. There's a crime scene to investigate, but I'm here having to give the likes of you a talking to.
Oh, I'm ever so sorry.
Can you imagine what the other officers will be saying? Haven't seen Gregson anywhere, have you? No, he's too busy with the bigwigs these days. All the business of some bumpkins who's here on a jaunt from this country I never even heard of.
I'm right here, you know.
Hear that lippin' sound? That's my reputation of the yard going to tatters.
There's no need to rip us apart as well.
Okay, but this music. Oh, now it's gone. The moment I mentioned it.
I don't believe we've been introduced. This is me, it's Ryunosuke Naruhodo, a defense lawyer.
Eh?
It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance. I'm Mr. Naruhodo's judicial assistant, so...
Eh?
It's lovely weather we're having today, isn't it?
It's unseasonably fine, I grant you. London winters don't see a lot of sunshine.
Oh, it's Susato says it! Unbelievable. How did she pull that off?
Honestly, though, like, Susato actually has customer service skills, and
Yes.
I don't think Ryunosuke has talked to anyone in his whole life that isn't Kazuma.
Yeah, that's fair.
Because I'm sure this kid doesn't know how to talk to a single person.
Lord Strongheart has asked me to fill you in on the case. The name's Tobias Gregson, Inspector Gregson to you. I'm from Scotland Yard.
I couldn't guess that.
Gregson? Inspector Gregson?
What's the matter with Susato-san? Does this detective's name mean something to her? I don't
His lack
know.
of chin.
It's like... Well, now we can't really see the chin with this stupid thing up, but we're gonna properly talk to Tobias Gregson in the next video, because we are out of time. So we'll see you all then.
Goodbye, Gregson's chin.